All right, ladies and gentlemen, Fab's in the house and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm in the house with RJ Martin Q36 knife here with me for a review. We're gonna analyze the look, the sound and the feel of this bad boy. But hey, first of all, let me say a big shout out to my buddy Tim for sending this guy along so I'm able to share my impressions with you. And second of all, don't forget to like the video, subscribe to the channel. Let me know in the comments down below what do you guys think about this fella right here on the table. You can also check out fablades.com and at Fablades on Instagram. So let me guys know what you think about this 4-inch long cutting edge knife and almost 5-inch long handle for an overall length of 8.9 inches. I mean, not a small knife by any means. Look at this. Spyderco Para 3, kind of dwarf. Paramilitary 2, which is not a small knife by any means. It's much smaller than that. You got Chris Reeve Knives, small Sebenza 21 and the large Sebenza 21 here to testify the big size of the RJ Martin. Here you got the TRM Neutron and Atom over here in carbon fiber. You can see, you know, there's no comparison. Going up a little bit in price, you have Holt Bladeworks Spectre and the haptic right over here, but still they're both more like EDC-able than that. Another pretty cool one is the Philippe Jourget 520 Custom knife, and here you have the Shirogorov Custom Division Quantum. To show you here another one, you have the Neon NL, also Shirogorov Custom Division, and because you know what, this guy needs a couple of Canadians right beside him to see, to feel better probably, because here you got Rassenti, Large Nirvana, and Kirby Lambert Rain to see and show you some comparable and comparable size knife to understand how big this guy is, because this is not a small knife, it's a big boy. So you have a 4-inch long blade. It is a liner lock with titanium bolster and marble carbon fiber scales. Very well executed, I have to say. This guy is made in US. It's not a cheap one. It's a full custom knife. So depending on the market, this can be over $2,000, so not properly cheap. The overall look is it's pretty classic for like an RJ Martin. You see a very distinctive flipper tab sticking out like that. You got some nice 3D milling for the scales. It's not just like a flat slab. You see, like it's fluted, and here it goes down and just opens up again, and it's like you see there's like some 3Dness even going on here. So very well made. These carbon fiber marble texture going on, marble pattern, sorry. And then you have a little bit of chamfering going on over here, because the backspacer, also carbon fiber, is occupying almost all the length of the back of this handle. Also backspacer right over here is protecting the tip of the blade, which is just a tad like off center, just like minimal, very minimally off center, favoring the show side. I haven't tried to take this guy apart because it's not mine, so I'm not gonna do anything about this guy. But you can see that the handle is nicely contoured. It is big, it's like chunky. You see it's a little bit boxy, but it's nicely contoured. It's not uncomfortable by any means. Actually, it's pretty comfy in my hands. It feels good. It's just like a little bit on the big side. And then you have, as you can see on the inside, the liners are titanium, but they are not internally skeletonized, and that's gonna reflect a little bit in the weight of the overall knife. Very cool fit and finish. There is a lanyard hole option going through the scales and through the backspacer right over here, so you can easily like pass your paracord. Look at that, it's pretty big, so no problems with that. And then your the construction is quite simple. I mean, you got 2 screws holding the scales and 3 holding the bolster, which is gonna hide the pivot underneath. You're gonna need T8 Torx bit screws to take this guy apart. Also, like for the pocket clip right over here. These screws are not protruding, they're pretty buried down, absolutely flush with the handle. And you can see the bolster also is like continuing this kind of like fluting design, like widening up towards the ends. You see, it's wide and then shrinks and then widens and then shrinks and then widens up, like a wavy pattern, which is going to reflect into the comfort in your hand. So that's a very, very clever design. I don't know if the pivot is captive, because I'm not going to disassemble this guy, but I'm assuming it's quite straightforward to take this guy apart. There is no lock stainless steel lock face insert over here, but there is no lock stick, so pretty good geometry going on over here for sure. The titanium pocket clip is tip-up carry only. It's not reversible. It has it doesn't have too much springy tension to it, so it's good. It's nicely done. I mean, it's not weak, but the design is not my favorite. I would have loved to see something like 3D milled going on over here. This is a little bit too simple for me, but still, its function is just pretty good. Being like a liner lock, you don't need any lock bar stabilizer, because there's no way you can overextend this lock bar, so you're pretty much good to go. I can see that I think the detent is not ceramic. Doesn't look like that dark, but could be. I don't know. Let me know in the comments, guys, if you have one of these and if you know that detail. Also, you got the blade, guys. This is a pretty cool blade. It's S110V, so super high-end steel. You got a thumb ramp over here with the very mild jimping, I would say. It's not aggressive by any means. Nice chamfering going on the spine of the blade, which tapers down a little bit, and then it just is evolving and developing into, like, you know, like belly, which develops into a recurve up to the flipper tab. Its sharpening choil is missing here, so you're gonna have to be careful when you sharpen this guy. And as you can see, it's not sharpened all the way to the flipper tab itself. So you have some chamfering going on. There's no jimping for the flipper tab, which is sticking out. Yeah, a little bit, as you can see. You can see do like a push button, of course, but the light switch is going to be probably the preferred deployment method. Here you've got RJ Martin, I don't know if you can see right there, and you've got S110V right in the back. As the billboard, as far as the billboarding is concerned, it's pretty minimal and kept to a really, really subtle look. You have this awesome hollow grind going on over here. Very well executed, especially look at this plunge grind that from the flipper tab, just it's like a circle, like semicircle going on, and getting together with this flat over here and ending right at the middle of, a little bit after the middle of the blade. Let's check the stock thickness for this guy. Let's see. At this point over here, you got 0.158, and let's see at this point over here. Look at this, yeah, 0.013. It is definitely a cool slicer indeed. What is absolutely astounding of this about this guy is the sound, guys. Beautiful. It's loud. When you deploy this, it's a fantastic clack. When you close it, it's a beautiful thud, clack, and thud. Beautiful. It's this is a loud clack, guys. Very percussive and sharp. Oof, you are in business. And when you close it, you're like done for the business. Done. Yes, I'm ready. I'm done. Guys, this is a fantastic sound, one of the best sounding knives ever, really. Absolutely cool sound. Let's also check the weight. Because this is a big boy, but it's not like super heavy. Consider the size of this guy. You have like, see, 5.65 ounces. So not too shabby for like a 4-inch full, you know, look at these liners. It's all right. Also, what is outstanding is the ergos. Like there's no hot spots going on. This, not a problem. Super nicely contoured all the way around. The lock bar is reasonably easy to disengage. There's not much room, not much real estate here to disengage that, but it's not that big of a deal, so you can still do that. Maybe a little bit of jimping, a little bit of more milling over here would be nicer, but it's fine. You can even do very comfy reverse grip. Absolutely cool finger guard from the flipper tab. It's not slippery, it's super grippy because the ergos with this finger groove and this thumb ramp over here are just like good. I mean, this feels great in the hand, super solid structure, very, very robust feel in the hand. Look at that. I mean, backspacers, liners like that thick, and these scales like contoured beautifully. It has a great feeling in the hand. Of course, there's no blade playing, no finger sore, as long as you stick with the light switch deployment action like that. Guys, this sound is just crazy. I love it. You've got, yeah, this clip, which is not like super stiff. It's good, but it's just the look of it. It's just like a little too plain for me. Of course, this guy is running on bearings, and that's why the action is this smooth. It's gliding shot. You see, you just have, you have a nice action. Of course, as soon as you disengage the lock bar, see, blade wants to shut down, but then you just need a gentle nod to get the blade gliding close. Look at this. Beautiful. Crazy good action, runs on bearings, detent strength, perfectly dialed in. It is, you know, you have a nice kickback when the blade is deploying. It is pretty cool. I mean, overall, it's a very unique design. I understand it might not be for everyone, but the blade shape is pretty unique. Very cool grind, fantastic steel. I don't know about this hiding the pivot. It adds like 3 screws, so probably I prefer to see only the 1 screw in the pivot. Not really a fan of the pocket clip. A little bit of work over here to improve a little bit more the disengagement of the area. But guys, the sound this guy has, it's phenomenal. The ergonomics are truly great. And yeah, it's a little bit on the heavy side, but it means business once you handle this guy. It really feels good in the hand. So there you have it. Hope you guys enjoyed this video, and thanks for watching. Stay tuned.